Good morning, my dear students. 8th standard subject science, chapter number 4, current, electricity and magnetism. As we have done this chapter in previous lecture, now in this lecture I'm going to discuss you the exercise part of this chapter. In the exercise, the questions are given, so I'm going to discuss the answer of the same. I will send you these answers in PDF form as well as in the video form. You have to write these answers in your homework notebook. Okay, so I'll go ahead with the question number 1. In the question number 1, you have to write type of fill in the blanks, and you have to select a proper answer from these blanks. Okay, so here are the questions given over there as per given in your exercise. So you can observe here, these are the questions. Now the question's answer is over here. A water in the waterfall flows from higher level to the lower level because of potential differences. B. In an electric circuit, electron flow a point of higher potential to the point of lower potential. Obviously, from higher to lower will come. The differences between the electrostatic potential of the positive end and negative end of an electric cell is the potential of the cell. 3 electric cells of potential differences 1.5 volt each have been connected as a battery. The potential differences of the battery will be 1.5, like addition of all these 3 will be 4.5 volt. An electric current flowing in a wire creates magnetic field around the wire. Question number 2. A battery is to be formed by joining 3 cells with connecting wires. Show how will you connect the wires by drawing a diagram. This is the answer. If this is battery, dry cell of your battery, so one of the positive terminal of the battery connected to the another negative terminal of the dry cell. Here you can observe this is negative and this is positive, this is negative and this is positive, and this negative will go to connect it over here to this positive. This is the connection, or we can show this in this way. See, you can observe here, you can show this as well as this, but this one is the better to show the connection between your cell. Question number 3. In an electric circuit, a battery and a bulb have been connected, and the battery consists of 2 cells of equal potential differences. If the bulb is not glowing, then which test will you perform in order to find out reason for the bulb is not glowing? So for the same answer is, we can go ahead with this way. Check how the terminals of the batteries are connected to each other. If the bulb is not going, definitely we are going to check the wires of the same, how they are going to connect with each other. If some wires is missed it or not, if some wire is getting connected positive to positive or not. So we have to see if wrong connection is there, then we have to check it all. Okay, so I'm reading here, listen carefully. Ensure that positive terminal of one battery is connected to the negative terminal of other battery. If the batteries are connected in this way and even then the bulb does not glow, go for the next test given below. Next stage is check for the broken wires in the circuit. Whether the wire is broken or not, that you have to check it. Ensure that wires are used for connecting various electrical components are not broken in between, that is, ensure that the circuit is closed. Even after ensuring that wires are not broken in between, the bulb does not glow, then next move steps. Now what next step is, check how the connecting wires are connected to the bulb. Ensure that the bulb is connected to the batteries using the connecting wires as shown given below. If the bulb does not glow, replace the bulb or the batteries with a new one. Some problem will be there with battery as well as bulb, so we can replace it all. Question number 4 is, electric cells having 2 volt potential difference each have been connected in the form of battery. What will be the total potential difference in the battery in both the cases? First case is this one and second is this one. So we have to find it. So answer is the potential difference. We have to add all these three. 2 volt plus 2 volt plus 2 volt will be 6. And what about the another? How many batteries are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have to add this 2 volt 4 times. Then answer is 8 volt. Next question. Describe the construction, working and usefulness of dry cell with the help of a diagram. Construction of a dry cell is, the dry cell consists of the following components. Outer metal covering, as I have shown you in video also, there are covers on your dry cells are there. You can observe it in the video clearly. You will get this answer completely. The metal covering is made up of zinc metal and whitish in the appearance. It acts as a negative terminal of the cell. Electrolyte, inside the zinc metal there is the electrolyte filled between two layers. Electrolyte is a wet pulp of zinc chloride and ammonium chloride. It is the charge carrier electricity as it contains negatively charged and positively charged ions. Next is metal rod. There is a graphite rod at the center of the cell. You may have seen in the video also I have shown you. It is surrounded by a paste of manganese dioxide. It acts as a positive terminal of the cell. This is your dry cell diagram. You have to make this diagram in your book. Try to draw this diagram, very important. Next is working of dry cell. The chemical reactions take place between electrolyte zinc container and graphite rod. Because of this, electric charge is produced on the two terminals of the cell and electric current flows in the circuit. Usefulness of dry cell. They are handy and portable. The life of dry cell is longer than cell using liquid electrolyte. Dry cells can be used in torch, TV or AC remote controls, toys, etc. Question number 6. Describe the construction and working of an electric bell with the help of diagram. Here is the construction. Following components are there in the electric bell and the components are electromagnet. First component. A copper wire is wound around an iron piece which acts as magnet when current flows through it. Which is electromagnet? Let me show you. This is your electromagnet. You can observe here. This works as a magnet while current is flowing through it. Next is striker in touch with contact screw through an iron strip. A metal gong, a key or a switch. Here's the diagram. You can observe in this diagram. You have to make this diagram also. This is gong, this is striker, this is iron strip, this is contact screw and this one is electromagnet, and these are the connecting wires. You have to make this diagram in your notebook. Please note it down. You have to make this diagram in your notebook. Here is the working of an electric bell. When the switch is on and screw is in contact with the iron strip, then electric current flows through the copper wire which gets magnetized because of electromagnetism. This magnetized copper wire or the electromagnet attracts the iron strip towards it, letting the striker hit the gong, and thus sound is produced. As soon as the striker hits the gong, the screw loses its contact with iron strip and therefore current stops in the circuit. At this point, the electromagnet loses its magnetism and the iron strip moves back and comes in contact with the contact screw. While listening this explanation, please keep your diagram in front of you. You will get it clearly. The electric current is then restored in the circuit, and again the striker hits the gong by the above processes. This action repeats itself and the bell rings. because of lot of things are there to write and draw in this chapter. So I stop my video over here. Please complete it and write it in your homework notebook and learn all this concept as well as draw the diagram neat and clean with the labeling. Thank you.